Sorry about the noise that I'm about to make. Let me get this in the right place. Though, this is mainly affecting people watching VOD. Sorry, VOD folks. But thank you for watching. Appreciate all the support. It's been really cool that people actually watch the VOD. Shit. I think the mic's supposed to face like this. Maybe more like this? Is that better? Hey, Scruffy Bard. Does that sound different? Does it sound better? Cool. Alright. Now it's in my line of sight, though. Hey, Chinny D. Yeah, you're just in time. I think you're the second person in here. At least the second person talking. Those of you watching the VODs on YouTube, let me say that every time somebody comes in and mentions that they watch the VODs on YouTube, and, you know, it's usually I never get a chance to make it to the live stream, but I watch the VODs on YouTube. It's super nice. Thank you for watching the VODs. I appreciate it. Every once in a while I'll stop and realize that, you know, people take an interest. Because streaming, it's just kind of like we're hanging out in here. This is more of just us hanging out and bullshitting. It's a community. It doesn't feel like a... It just feels like I get the opportunity to hang out with you when I'm streaming. So it's kind of a, you know... Maybe you guys get something out of it, I get something out of it. It's fun. It's nice. But when you're watching the VODs, it's actually... You're not getting the opportunity. I think it's probably hard to keep up with chat because I just got the little scroll bar on the bottom. You're not getting the opportunity to interact, and yet you're still watching, which is pretty cool, man. Hey, Dargith. Hey, Tannhauser. What's up, Justin Beard? Chaz Solo. Mr. Crab asks, when's the next playtest? We'll let you know as soon as we know. There's some stuff that we really want to... We're at a point where we've had a couple of stress tests, and the other playtests were a little more casual, but there's some stuff that we really want to get cleaned up before the next playtest, because we think you guys are going to be a little more judgy. I think you're gonna be like me, a bit judgmental. Moral of the story, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Tannhauser said. You said it, not me. How's the music? Is it too loud? Mr. Krabs said, awesome, really enjoyed the last one. Ready to play again? Appreciate that. You've got to understand, we want you to play. I'm not going to bullshit and say, like, I know how much you want to play and say, as much as you do. That seems kind of unfair. I can't put myself in your shoes. But we want you to play a ton. We really, really, really want you in the game. So we really want to get more playtests. But we also don't want to screw it up. So, it's a balance. If we could snap our fingers and go live tomorrow, we would. What am I drinking today, Justin Beard? I am drinking the Purple Edition Red Bull. It is acai flavored. Chessola said, super excited for the UI updates, by the way. Doing a UI overhaul at work, so I appreciate the work going into it across the team. Yeah. Keith's been hammering on it, working with Goblin. I know there's probably other folks contributing, and I don't want to sell any of their efforts short, but I definitely want to give Keith and Goblin a shout out on that. Keith on the tech side, the implementation side, Goblin helping with the pretty parts. Hey, Defiant Possum. Buddy of mine, a buddy of mine sent me a clip from, I think it was the last stream. An image from the last stream. And my posture was so bad. Even after I said I need to watch my posture while I'm streaming, my posture was so bad. I looked horrible, and you guys don't. You never let me know. Never let me know that I look like a goblin while I'm streaming. Sorry, Chinny D. Not that that's a bad thing. So, I've rearranged. I've lowered my chair. I've rearranged some stuff to lumbar support. I need to work on a little bit more. All part of the plan. You're transforming me into a goblin. Defiant Possum said, working in the middle of the freeway. So stressed. Right now, you're in the middle of this. Right now. Listening on the freeway? In the freeway? Well, be safe. I know how the drivers are in America. Hopefully we've got big barriers around you and shit. You'll put a pic on Discord? Right on. That'd be cool. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Hey, Strange Jay. While this is loading up, let me check something. I'm trying to see Defiant Possum. I'm trying to see what you I'm full screening it. Oh hey, there I am. Next to some blueprints. In a van apparently. Oh, I hit play. Definitely in a van. Oh, that's awesome. Thulin said, fill the environment artist position or still looking for more? We've had a candidate doing some work for us for the last 2 weeks. And it's coming together pretty well. Nice gentleman from the country of Poland. So we'll see. I think we may be at a point where we're able to kind of shut that for a while, but we'll see. So far, so good. The Pilgrim / John said, Americans have a good habit of looking up from their phones every once in a while driving. Yeah, that's the thing. Poopmaker said we drive hard and fast in the U.S. It's not the driving hard and fast. We have that in Germany. The Autobahn is all about some hard, fast driving. But a lot less driving while on the phone. Oh no! I did not restart my computer before starting streaming. I mean, one of these days, I need to get a fancy stream computer or something, right? Because then, in theory, I could restart this machine while still streaming. I mean, that would make sense. All the streaming stuff would be on the other computer. Is that how they work? You gotta understand, I don't understand anything about streaming. I'm old, I'm out of date. It's a miracle that I'm even doing this. All right. So we've got some internal playtesting going on right now. But it looks like they've got a full group, so I'll probably just work. But if they wind up, are you? Oh, is the group not full? Maybe then it won't work. Okay. Oh shit! I was running so late today. I worked all the way up until Jasmine got home. Then we went into dinner mode, and I rolled in here like 9 minutes until stream time. That's why I was a couple minutes late. So let me update. DTX Waldo said, silly question from someone who knows nothing about game development. Do you need a beefy PC to develop your MMO? You don't. I assumed my PC was fairly standard to not great. It's a bit older. I think I got it before we even started the project, so like 4 years old or something like that. But I think it was a decent one at the time. So I think I've got probably an average. I think it's like an i7 7700, 420 with like 16 gigs of RAM and a 2070 Super or something. We could use a fighter tank if you like, or Inquisitor works too. I can hop back on that fighter from yesterday, or I can hop onto, well, that one's kind of buffed up. I can hop onto the Inquisitor if either one works. Nick. Is Wormsbane brighter than intended with the new lighting? Chinny D asked. It is. So we've been doing the new lighting from a tech side, tech standpoint, and just getting stuff in, and Ollie went through and did a pass, and it's a little bit, it's pretty placeholder at the moment. Ollie and Monty were, at the time of me logging in, working on continuing to get the new legit lighting it sounds like, into at least one of the sub-scenes of Night Harbor. And then we'll be looking at some of getting the node placement really wired, figuring out the best approach there. And that may be one of those things that can do on stream later if I'm taught the workflow and they need some extra help with it. So all right, so I've got this open in the background. You know what, I may go ahead and just close it real quick, just to, like I said, I don't have a super beefy machine, so every little bit counts. Mortis, look below you. Nick is answering your question there. Unity is shutting down. What else do I have? Do I have anything else that can be shut down? Mortis asks, so is it a CC magic tank? I mean, that's a pretty concise description of it. Has the class design changed much since the video 1+ years ago? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the vision for the class design that was described by Nick, what was it, 2 years ago at this point, probably hasn't changed a ton. Like we haven't really, not much of anything we've put out has been like a big deviation. We've pretty much move forward. Now we're going to learn things and we'll make adjustments and add to stuff or remove certain things or whatever, but we haven't really deviated strongly that I know of. But that's a great question for Nick. I'll find out if the guys are okay with me being in voice, and if so, I can pop in there, but if not, then I'll just be, actually I've got overlapping music. No voice. Ollie is in here cussing. All right. That's a little bit of a bummer. Do I have a low level? What level are you guys, Nick? Yeah, the fighter's not anymore. I mean, I can just reset level and skills, right? Because I don't think he's over equipped or anything. We didn't equip. We didn't get a lot of gear in those second areas we went to. Okay. Oh, I got summoned. Level 8, skills are now 40, and server shutting down in 60 seconds. Well, at least we're getting that out of the way now. Do it the old-fashioned way, keep dying until you lose enough experience. Alright, strike, provoke, kick. So fortitude, I think, stays. Unnerving shouts gotta go. Intimidation's gotta go. Weapon shield's good. Battle cry's good. Good. Yes. Intimidation was 8? I thought I just looked at it and it said... Oh, it was 8. Shit, you're right. You're right. 2? What was I looking at then? For some reason, I didn't think some of these appeared until I went to 20. All right, good. Stabity said, I used to love the random pet names that EQ had. I've named several characters in other games after them. Jabobber, Joptic, etc. Yeah, it's funny. I think it's just one of those things everybody grew to love. Right, because I don't know that they're necessarily the best names in the world. Hey, Death by Gnomes. Mortis says, I think having AA like EQ so you can build your character how you want would be good for the game, and if you introduce something like level sync, you should only allow it to gain AA experience. Experience for leveling should only be obtained by monsters up your level. Doolin asks if we're going to improve random pet name technology. Yeah, of course. It's funny, this image is meant for Telekir, but I've been talking to Ham recently, and it's, I think it's very applicable to, another area we're talking about as well. Alright, so let me look again. I swear when I looked at my book, Intimidation, required level 8. Yep, you're correct. But here. Just Matt, dude? Nope, not Lizardman City. Different place we were thinking about. What's the plan for Eminem to have AA style progression? Is the plan, you asked? Not at the moment. Unless something's changed in very recent memory, not at the moment, no. I mean, I can see the pros. Definitely understand the cons as well. Unnerving shout. Level 2. Alright. I don't know what the hell I was looking at then. Oh. I don't know what I was looking at. I thought I saw 20. Maybe that's what it was. I saw 2 and thought it was 20. Dr. Jones? No time for love, Dr. Jones. Thank you for the follow. Mortis said, I think it would be good for groups so they don't outgrow their group. You can stay as long as they want. Yeah, I mean, I like that sort of, that opportunity to do some horizontal progression for reasons like that, like you just said, right? So that you're not always just moving forward. And if you're playing a tune with a like static crew and you want to play, but you don't want to always just like outpace them. I think it's a interesting additional little time sink to have, yeah. But then there's the question of how they relate to the other progression systems and balance and all of that. So we'll figure it out. Nargis said, I think it's less a question of AA specifically and more of whether or not classes are fixed in terms of power ability sets or customizable. AAs are one flavor of that. Well, I mean, and some of that also goes in the gearing as well, right? But when it comes to class design, progression, a lot of the systems design, it's not, I mean, it's never been my particular superpower or wheelhouse. I like to contribute in those areas. Like, I really enjoy being part of the discussion, but the core of that discussion is Nick and Ollie, and then I pop in and like, I've got ideas or whatever, but so. And we've just added if you weren't here in the last couple of streams, we've just added a new designer to our team that's also got a systems background, so that'll be helpful. He did systems design for 9 years on EQ2 and at other companies, so. I mainly say that so that when I say stuff, if it's inaccurate or it's not the latest thing that the guys were discussing, or if it sounds kind of like bullshit, then you've had a disclaimer from me, so you're not sitting here thinking, oh, these guys don't know what they're doing. And in a situation where I get it wrong, it's just me. Leonard says Final Fantasy XI does a great job of making old zones and monsters relevant, since you want to collect gear set drops. Excuse me. It's always nice. It's always nice to hear people reference like Final Fantasy XI. For whatever reason, it's a game that I wish I had played more of. Uncle J505 says, how do you all plan to address the plague that is expansion in MMOs? New content usually means intense power creep. Old content deserves to stay relevant. So much time developing it. We are, well, as we go into early access, a lot of our air quotes expansions will basically be us continuing to build out the initial content for the 1.0 version of the game. You can see that in our roadmap and the other stuff that we posted in the early access FAQ, etc. So we're going to be building a lot of the content with an understanding of the power cap that we're shooting for, and it's really going to be a pretty horizontal build out. It's going to be a lot of horizontal growth. And then our goal isn't to... We're okay with the idea of the game being relatively finite, with there being some things to do as when you hit the cap. We'll add more things in, but it'll be a lot more gradual than other games where it's like, okay, now another expansion, 10 more levels, another expansion, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, you're level 100, 200. There's complete segmentation and like generational stratification of the player base. Looking at experiences, honestly, like the P99 servers and their lifespan and progression and how well they've done with a pretty finite amount of content. And then seeing, okay, we don't want to necessarily be that finite and restricted. What is the nice balance, right? And adding a lot more depth to the existing world, putting in some pretty, I don't want to use the term limited, but putting in areas for that might have, was that my fault? Maybe. Anyways, putting in additional expedition areas, but instead of it having to be another like 10 zones, 5 zones, 20 zones, it'll be an additional zone, couple of zones or whatever. All right. Sorry, I was not paying attention. My sys key needs to be edited. Hold on 1 second, let me edit that and then I'll answer your question. I'm gonna assume I need to be assisting bearded pet user. I found a problem actually with our accessibility. I've got to click this key. That's why it's over here on the far right side. Instead of usually where I put it is just here with 1, because this would be shift. Right? The problem is I'm missing my pinky now. So hitting shift is not super intuitive until I get my prosthetic. Horizon 11 is a good private server if you want to experience Final Fantasy 11 Classic. Oh, you know what? Just so I don't forget that, because I want to pop in Horizon there, and also hey Dark Inside, sorry I missed you if I missed you earlier, but you're captioning me, so maybe I did. Uncle Jay said, excellent answer, love the direction, cannot wait till the next playtest. Hell yeah, I love it when I provide a good answer. You guys should have advanced gear that can only be crafted combined with rare monster loot on it. Ah, shit, it's a knight. Ah, alright. I was like, oh, it's a knight. I don't have to even worry about kicking them. It's a knight, so it's a paladin. The ending of what Mortar said, though, crafted combined by rare monster loot from previous zones, so you need to farm earlier loot. Yeah, it won't necessarily be earlier loot, right? It would be, maybe there's big baddies in older zones as well. How did you guys get the campfire in a dungeon? We made it. Somebody's got their survival skill and they know how to make campfires. They brought wood with them. And they made it. Let me check out my gear. Tattered, 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 tattered. Okay. Yeah, so the gearing was for this dungeon before. Yesterday when we were doing it. More crawling. Lighting looks great. We are camping. Can't you see the fire? Lighting looks great. Thank you. It is a work in progress. It is. This was a quick pass using the new system. Dark Inside, things are good today. It's just been a busy day. I plopped my ass in this chair at about, I think, 7:30 this morning. It is now 8:42. But I was able to... Oh, actually, that's a lie because I left here, went to the garden really quick to check on my tomatoes, which are dead. It's too cold. So immediately came back, went to go grocery shopping, got to the grocery store and was like, why am I here? We really don't need anything. Grabbed a couple of things, came back here. So I was actually here about 8:30. So minus a lunch and dog walk and a 1-hour nap. It's been a pretty full day. But it's funny, man, like time flies. I'm like, what did I actually get done today? So it's been a quick day, but it's been satisfying. Oh no, I'm gonna sure. Who did that? Whoever just transformed me into a shear, you realize what you're doing, right? There's gonna be a lot of people in chat getting their hopes up. Playable Ashira, what? So weapon shields down here. It wasn't down here yesterday. Let's see. New player race leaked today. Yeah, clip and ship. Thank you, Zenfar. Add it to the clips. Maybe if we add clips like this, though, it'll push down some of the other clips that are more inappropriate and controversial. Justin Beard said, you know what the model of the Ashiri reminds me of? The movie Fantastic Mr. Fox. That was a great movie. That little kid fox with his ski mask. Wonderful. Beldane said, totally relate to it being busy days. So much to get done and running behind on things. Every once in a while when I'm like, oh, I get bummed out. I'm like, oh man, I was hoping I got this done or blah, blah, blah. Inevitably, I'll be sitting in the bathroom thinking, you know what, but this is pretty damn cool. This is a cool life. I'm very fortunate. Oh, I gotta watch that. We've got some cool stuff going on. Is that a little gnome? Little gnome cleric. They're so tiny, man. You don't realize how tiny they are when you're playing one. Y'all camping haste cloaks. Does one drop here? The bandit hats, that's what they're called. Oh my gosh. I love the way the folks are looking. Little goblins looking cool. Oh. Oh. Now I'm in. It's like, what is that invite? I swear I'm in the group. The guild invite. Alright. So we've got Ollie over there. You'll recognize Ollie from the name Camisade, or as I like to say, Camashade. You may recognize that name from the video where I'm pooping into his apartment window. Chinny D's overview video where it shows me pooping in his apartment. We got Jackal Companion, we've got wonderful looking dwarves, the human's pretty handsome. Got our littles here. Is that campfire crafted by a player? Static. It is Fabrizio. It is. It was made by one of the party members. Turnipchin said, camping versus crawling dungeon design, which you prefer? Clearly camping. The game is built with camping in mind. That's not to preclude crawling. You know, there'll inevitably be some crawling when you're getting to a camp or breaking a camp or some other place opens up and you want to move over, you know, that type of thing. There may be some zones that have more of a crawl feel with regards to the way that mob distribution is and the way it's built out, but the main gimmick, right, the core of the experience is built around camping. The idea for the game, the desire to make the game, really stems from when we were all sitting camping on like Eridoon TLP and then P99 playing and camping. And Turnip said, I hear a lot of people say EverQuest dungeons were never meant to be camped. I find that hard to believe based on how they work. I mean, if the original designers thought you would kill the mob and then go wandering off and then come back for another role, I guess. Seems odd. I think we've had this conversation in the past. I think there might have been a misunderstanding or I think the story was they underestimated the degree to which people will just sit there and keep killing the same mob to get that random loot and maybe didn't realize how many people were going to play or whatever. I guess we could maybe, I'd have to go watch some of my old interviews with folks, which you can find here. Link in chat and see if there was like a definitive, it wasn't intended kind of thing. But now it's a thing, and it's other games have dungeon crawls. I mean, we added dungeon crawls in as part of Lost Dungeons of Norath on purpose, right? Like we wanted to provide the EQ dungeon crawl experience. We are intentionally not doing that. Term said, I prefer camping myself, much more cozy. Nicodemus mentioned that I mentioned accessibility earlier. I had a talk with my youngest Monday night. She said she can't wait to try M&M. She can't use a keyboard, but she can text on her phone really fast. Looking into if she can use her phone as a keyboard. I think I can, but for mouse, may need something like a Joy-Con. Yeah, we should talk about. I'd be curious to see what you discovered there in terms of input. But you said she can use a controller, right? Oh, Ollie's on top of it. Ollie says, how is she with controllers, Xbox Live style or another style that uses Xbox drivers? Because Ollie's been looking into that. Nicodemus says she didn't like the Microsoft accessibility controller, but the PS1 is working out. Oh, right on. What a bit. Fabrizio mentioned, if you want to reach a certain camp, you might need to do some serious crawling. Best of both worlds. Correct. Yeah, the thing is, if we try to like make it really about crawling in certain areas, every time we discuss that, it inevitably goes into a discussion of different mechanics to sort of force the behavior. And once you get into the mechanics forcing the behavior, it's not as it's just not in keeping with what we're trying to do. Why did I hit that? Cool. Ollie said it would be awesome if we can support controller plus touchscreen support. Want to at least support Android handhelds or Steam Deck. We need to remember to put some stuff like that on the FAQ because it comes up a pretty good number of times in streams. It'd be nice to update. The FAQ with some of these. Justin says there's some games that have launched recently. You can't even change the chat text size. Last Epoch, I'm talking about you. Well, we have you, dude. We got that in for you immediately. We've got you covered. Melted him. Nick, I'm just gonna kind of do this until I hear otherwise. If you guys have anything special going on in Discord chat, don't forget I can't hear you. But so far it seems like we're just chilling. Oh, fuck. Getting goofy with the illusions. That looks pretty badass though. Somebody said something a second ago. Now we got giant dwarves, we've got a dragon, we've got skeletons. Hey guys, you have a world famous, very popular streamer streaming the game right now. If you could make it look a little more normal like the game, please. I'd hate to mislead anybody. It's not every day that we have this opportunity. Yeah, see? Now Bad Wolf wants to play as a dragon. What do you think this is, Horizons? Dr. Jones, Eminem will be the best game ever. I appreciate your optimism. Angry Bit said, I liked Horizons. I wanted to play Horizons forever. And then when it finally came out, I had totally forgotten about it. You feel like backpacks don't work on dwarves? How about a fanny pack instead? How about a big ale barrel for the dwarves? Are the different tiers of mob difficulty, or is it mainly tuned for a full group? It's mainly tuned for a full group in here. We've got a tier that we could be using. I don't know how much we're using it. I'm personally not a big fan of using tiers in data. But all that means is that I'm not a fan of it. That doesn't mean anything. You should be able to put cooking pots, brewing pots on campfire to give buffs or heal, restore hit points, magic points based on cooldown. Yeah, I'm fairly certain you can. Yeah, we've already got the ability to do some stuff with campfires. As we get into trade skills, it will probably get a little more va-va-voo. Simon said the science-based dragon MMO we've all been waiting for. Yes. That dragon is not aerodynamically. Aerodynamically realistic. Think Discord has 7,000 plus members. It does have 7,000 plus members. Nick said 7,259 to be exact. He's got a projector in his room, and it projects those statistics. It's like the old EverQuest customer service pit. All the relevant data is projected on the wall. Greg Mike says, feel like this is the evolution of EQ we never got. So excited for this game. Thank you for the compliment. We appreciate it. We feel like we're doing a pretty good job of iterating on this era of game. I don't want to say just EQ because we're taking some cues from a number of games, but there's something that happened before because honestly I think when people talk about solid evolutions on EverQuest, WoW was a wonderful evolution on EverQuest at the time. It really was. It wasn't just a great game. It wasn't just a great game. It was a really wonderful successor to EQ, but it started to really deviate from. It was a branch in a road that wasn't the only way that the evolution could have gone. And then we really saw like the next generation of games that were more of like the Vanguards and EQ2s and other games, which are also cool games, but they've all kind of left some stuff behind that they could have stuck with. So when we just deconstruct what we like about that era and the gameplay from, you know, that first generation, especially EQ, I definitely feel like there's opportunity to, oops, to use those pieces again. Watching a group gameplay, a lot of the monsters die very quickly. It doesn't seem like the monsters pose much of a threat, requiring a tank. Yeah, at the moment they do feel like they're dying pretty quickly. That was something we noted yesterday as well. Turnip Dargith is referring to a joke that I made on the last stream. Don't you're like, are you referring to Eminem? No, a streamer recently, well, a streamer is now, a popular streamer has referred to Eminem in that manner twice now, so we joke about it. We have fun with it. Dargith is making jokes. A bit overprotective, I admit it. Don't. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So you won't see it over here, but I can. Actually, I've locked that window. But you can also see that one of the group members, that orange message that just went by, one of my group mates is actually feeding wood into the campfire to keep it lit. Dwarf standing on the campfire should give a dot and cause a sickened AoE nausea from cooking dwarf. The delicious smell of roasted dwarf ass. Yeah, Dargith is a lover. It's understood. Oh, he tried to gate. You got a kick for that. There's a very excited bird outside my window. If and when this slows down, I'll catch up on some comments. Let's see, I'm scrolling up now. Boom. Like most people, I've played a lot of MMOs. I almost said M&Ms. I've never had one that felt so similarly paced as EQ. The group feel, the pulling rate of advancing, all dead on. Right on, appreciate it. There's definitely a lot for us to still tweak with regards to just sort of some timing and the progression curves and all that stuff as we go, but we feel like we've been able to get in the ballpark on the vibe. What did I do? I crouched for the first time. I am not getting my group killed. Yeah. They don't even need me. I'm basically a rogue without backstab, which was the story of my life. The guild I played with was the top guild on my server, and I was like anytime we were on a raid, I was like the 7th warrior in line. I was never going to main tank anything. Everybody joked that I was basically a rogue without the DPS. I'm kind of serving that purpose here again. Let's see. Jasmine just says that because when she played with me, I got her killed repeatedly. Sometimes very intentionally. Oops, I thought she was out of the room. Gonna play Eminem while eating M&Ms and listening to Eminem? That is so meta. I did feign death and get you killed one time. That was hilarious. Corbett said, in my opinion, campfire should trigger spawns and pull increase to threat range. We may play with some weird stuff like that in the future, especially outdoors or whatever. We may play with certain mobs staying away from campfires, certain mobs being attracted. We'll see. There's always that chance of like putting something in that then becomes like the required thing, because in order to pull mobs fast enough, you need to, you know what I mean? Like there's always that. Coldfire says, does mage have fire, earth, air, and water pets? Yes. Death by Gnome says, a rhinoceros attracted to campfires. For whatever reason, when I read that, I immediately thought of the one song about the rapping rhinoceros. Oh, what's the name of those two dudes? Oh man, it's a comedy show. Flight of the Conchords. I kept wanting to say, I was like, Flight of the Condors? That's not it. That's not it. Conchords. Perfect. Thank you, Bad Wolf. That song is so good. If I could rap a song off the top of my head from memory, that would be high on my list of songs I'd like to be able to do. DTX Waldo asks, is there anything special in your mind that didn't work in EQ that you're all actively avoiding? There are a number of things that happened later on that I'm partially responsible for that we'll be avoiding. It's more of this stuff of yeah, so it's more of trying to preserve certain elements that got diminished during that era. Like you said, plane of knowledge, etc. By building the game in a way where we don't find ourselves in a situation where we then start using those band-aids, if that makes sense. Because a lot of those things were essentially band-aids, right? That it is a pretty big sword. I agree with you. I feel like I'm overcompensating. That's something we'll have to do a pass on. I noticed that yesterday when I was running around with it. My kicks have been missing. Yeah. That was initially my fault. I was on the wrong target. Playable Ratman win. Yeah. See what they're doing? See? First is in there screwing around with illusions. That's first, isn't it? Isn't it? If I had to guess. Yeah. Screwing around with illusions. Getting your hopes up. Nicodemus, I don't know that one. Corvid responded to my earlier thing by saying, sure, but you're kind of making campfires a required thing at night as is. Well, and just in general, right? Because you do get benefits. If a campfire were to increase threat range around it, maybe people would use torches or lanterns instead. Yeah, I think that's fair. As soon as I started skimming your reply, my brain was going in the same direction. So I think that's fair. Have we thought about where Eminem's EC tunnel will be? We'll play around and see if we can make it so that you kind of feel encouraged. To trade in different areas, but we've got to see. Let's see what happens once we get all of the trader related systems in, right? Like once we've got pack animals and consignment containers and players can get shops. We're going to focus the priest. No. No, guess not. Well, at least he's out of mana now. It would be cool to have a trade area that's between the upper world and the deep. Yeah, that's an interesting point actually. It'll be cool to see. I think depending on how we wind up, balancing things like storage capacity and weight and the pack animals and, like I said, all these other systems, we may find that there's a interesting sort of distribution. Interesting distribution of trade areas. These magic animations are placeholder, I assume, or is this the aesthetic you're going for? Wuku asked. Oh, what was that? Magic animations? Like what his arms are doing right there? Or are you thinking of the effects? Little lighting bug, I guess? Campfire spreading. Oh no! Oh, the effects? It's the aesthetic that we're shooting for, but we'll be doing a lot more effects work as we go. But it definitely conveys what we're shooting for. I'm gonna reload real quick. Been happy with the work so far that Zukin's been doing. Kyoki Kid, thank you for the follow. Was the EQ skeleton laugh a custom asset or usable in M&M? It was, I think it was like an old Hanna-Barbera. I thought it was one of those sort of stock sounds back in EQ days. Our skeleton laugh is one that was made for us. Was made for us by Robert. How high can you level in Wormsbane? I think it's like 15 or 18, maybe higher. If Nick hears this, he can confirm. But not much higher. I thought it was somewhere between like 15 to 20. Monty was just saying in our Slack, Really love to see what pre-compute does for Wormsbane. Think it's going to add so much atmosphere. Yeah, I'm excited to see the new lighting really done up. Ah, you're in chat as well. There you are. When do you think we'll be able to do that? And is that something that, like I said, you know, over the weekend or whatever, if it's... Oh, thank you, Ollie. I have some, though. If it's something I can help with, and let me know on the node placement stuff as well, Monty. Wuku said some constructive criticism on the effects I was talking about. Sometimes they fill the entire stream when you're grouped up like that. Perhaps toning them down a bit. Have fewer bubbles might be better. We will be exploring having them progress. So be crazier and crazier as you level. I think these are just in as kind of this would be crazy mode. Another thing that we can do is likely put in an option. When I was on the EQ team, we wound up putting this in, I think it was during my time there, where you can also push out the radius at which they render, so they're not rendering right in your face. So if I'm stepped back, it's like the full explosion, but if I'm in the thick of it, I'm not blinded by it. So Ollie said, yeah, we were just discussing that in game. Discussing it without me. That's okay. I have you, dear wonderful people in chat. Yes, that's me being passive aggressive. They're probably talking about all sorts of fun stuff. Who just left? Uh-huh. I was stunned, so I could not kick him. Son of a gun. Then I missed my kick. That's okay, he's dead. Ollie said, sorry dude. We're just noting it. Could make a global particle shader function that does some things. Okay, Ollie stopped his cussing. I don't know that I believe it. He's got a very foul mouth. The hell is that? Oh, I was like... Alright, I'm going to join in. I know for some people, when you're watching a stream and there's a bunch of people talking, it can be disorienting. It can be like, who is... what? Somebody's talking. I can't see them. I'm confused. But the benefit is you get to hear the team, which is pretty awesome. You're pre-disoriented? Good. Alright, so I'm going to hop in now. I cannot be held accountable for the language they use. Alright, I'm going to hop in and I'll probably need to tweak some of the voice settings. Okay, I believe I'm in.
Quick, everyone start swearing.
You are. Oh Lord.
Howdy.
Oh Sean Lord.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. And they're watching chat, so they can answer, they can respond to your questions and stuff. That way I get to shut up a little bit. I know you guys are tired of hearing me. Is this a stress test? Nope, it's just an internal play test, but I'm sure individuals are stressed. If you were, yeah.
Yes.
Ollie's stressed.
No, it's always me that gets stressed.
Nick's stressed. So yeah, it's a stress test.
Nick's like the Hulk. He's always angry.
And green.
You guys have an open spot,
By that
right?
room.
Now that
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
I'll hop on and join it.
Cool. If you can play an enchanter, it would be very helpful.
We
have an
Wait.
enchanter.
we have an enchanter.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you can play a DPS, it would be very helpful. Sorry.
Bearded, I assume that was you, Nick.
Yes, yeah, that's me.
I'm assisting you. Turn out.
I don't know if I have a good answer for that, Turnip.
He does, he just doesn't want to say it.
Should get good.
Turn up, I'd say if you could learn how to clone people, that would be useful.
Learn how to clone people.
Yes.
I'd like some of that, Justin. That sounds delicious. Can go with my chocolate and hazelnut granola for
That
dinner.
does sound delicious. Iced tea chai? Iced chai tea. Oh, should I be assisting?
Yeah, you can assist me.
Did I mentioned it, you probably heard it. I think it's hilarious that I've got to actually click the assist key. I may have to remap it, just because I can't do shift actions at all. It's so awkward.
Ah, yeah.
Like I can, my finger does it, it just doesn't touch anything.
Yeah, that was me, Justin.
So that's a good question. There's some other modifier that you could do, potentially, that we could set up a remap to?
I'll think about it, but it's so ingrained in me to use my left pinky.
Yeah.
Are the starter clothing? I mean, can you guys you start off with like the well-worn shit stuff? That has to be set up right per race and all that. 'Cause I think the Wood Elves don't have that right now still.
Yes. We can
Set up a race?
starting
the-
I don't
equipment.
think.
the clothes.
Starting equipment's on a table. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
in my leaf.
Yeah, Thulan, we have controller support listed down as one of the things that we'd like to get to before launch.
Yeah, unfortunately it's not
Yeah.
easy to scroll up, but Ollie was commenting on that because Nicodemus was asking as well for his daughter. So there's some details up there. I was just saying that it would be good if we added that to the FAQ because people ask a fair bit.
And if you played like EQOA or, maybe we should get a thread on this in the Discord, but I'd like to hear some input about controller layouts that people like and stuff like that. Like EQOA and Final Fantasy XI versus like what other games do, more modern games like 14, Final Fantasy 14 or whatever.
Yeah, because we've got so many people that come in now that are from that background. We could get some really good info.
I think we've got Ivan, aka Stab, trying to troll us again. But I'm quick on my kill command.
Oh, is he the one that was like spawning that thing?
Yeah, and then he put some like skeletons around a corner, like a bunch of skeletons when I went to pull.
Is that why they were there? Because I thought I was like, oh, I don't know the new layout of this dungeon. There's so many skeletons over here. I was wondering why.
Corvid said, "Real talk for devs. Reading, we were told we could ride on other players' shoulders. That's still going to be a thing." You were told that gnomes could ride ogres. Let's not get crazy about you. You generalized pretty hard there. Be specific.
Oh, we got 3.
There's a 4th one. I hope we don't aggro it.
Reminds me of the WoW guild name. Your mom is my epic mount. And that is so wholesome. Will Eminem be released mobile exclusively since we've all got phones? Yes, and it will be free to play.
That's not true, just in case you...
Just in case you're new here.
Yeah.
If you're new to this stream, please understand that nothing said on this stream is accurate.
Nothing is legally binding.
Mobile and memories? Yeah. Damage control, Holly. I'm rooted. That's wonderful. I think this is the first time I've been rooted.
And there's a lot of roots here, and stuns as well.
Yeah, well,
I dispelled it.
Oh, it's still rooted. I was, I think that's one of the first times I've...
Are you actually rooted?
Yeah, I was for real rooted. I had the little icon up there and everything.
Oh, yeah. I dispelled it. Only because you called it out, though. I wasn't paying attention that much.
It's okay. Neither am I.
Sorry if I sound a little stuffy. I'm kind of sick. Playing hooky from work.
If anybody from his work is watching.
I'm having a heck of a time loading into Farmspain right now.
If you're stuck zone, you might have to restart your client.
Yeah, I have.
I summoned you, so we'll see what happens. It says you're in Night Harbor, which is a little bugged at the moment, I think.
Yeah,
Unless it got fixed.
Your
I
pet
can
just
load
took-
into Night Harbor fine. Yeah, when I did a slash zone to get into the dungeon, and then that didn't work. So I loaded into a different guy who's in front of the zone. I walked in normally, and I was still sitting on load screen.
And Nick, your pet was hanging
Oh,
out.
why did I do that?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I'm rooted, so I'm just gonna sit out here. Oh,
The
hey,
zoning out from Night Harbor is also buggy at the moment. So if you zoned from Night Harbor to Farmspain, that's probably why.
Oh.
Oh.
The skeleton crunching sounds
Just like Alt F4.
Yeah.
Rice Krispies? No. Like most things, Nick and Ollie carrying the group, Dargeth said.
There we go.
Uncle Jay asked, while you're all on, maybe give us a 5-minute state of the game with major roadmap items coming up. There you go, Ollie.
So can you make it?
What about that playtest we got coming up?
Yeah, what day exactly was
my
that?
420.
It's on 420?
Oh.
All right. So we got just under a year.
Hey, look at that, guys. We got a LFG Rogue right next to us. Let's shut up.
Troll playable race now. It's in a very rough state. It just happens to look and sound like Nick. Things that we're working on that are major, though, in all seriousness, there's a lot of work going into UI right now. You've probably seen just in passing all the various things that are coming online if you guys are just popping in or just popping in for the first time in a while. You can see we've got icons coming online. We've got the ability to see ourselves now. We've got this cool prototype of the animated class icon. And yeah, I mean, you're seeing everything. Quest journal. All of that. So that's coming on. A lot of work's going in there. We'll be doing some iteration on the Wood Elf. About to be I think Zach mentioned we'll be posting that in our sort of approval channel to do a lot of feedback and get that iterated on and ready for final approval. There's a lot of work going on with lighting at the moment. So for me, the big one that I'm curious about and excited to see going is the stuff that Monty's doing, working with the environment artist and Ollie to get our new lighting in, and then we can see how that's going to work with regards to performance and stuff. So. Are the class icons going to be used on banner signs such as near the guilds for those specific classes? Could be beneficial for new players without being too hand-holding. On one hand, I could see how that'd work. On the other hand, my concern would be that it would homogenize the feel of the various classes in-game fictional factions or takes on it. But I wonder if there's some elements, because I know Zukin was just mentioning recently when we were talking about them, having some elements, I think it was Zukin, having some elements that are kind of easy to, that are actually icons, not just the 3D stuff that's going on, or have elements that carry over that's easy to,
Something that I was thinking of. Sorry to interrupt you. I was just thinking about, like, what if we, like, stamped the guild, logo or banner, like, on, like, a guild note or something. One thing I was thinking about was, like, if increasing functionality of, like, our in-game notes to actually be able to put, like, images in them or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That could be one way of doing it, approaching that.
That'd be real cool.
I mean, my initial angle with the class symbols was that, them being icons and stuff for use as, like, merch or, kind of representing yourself outside of game in that way.
Yeah.
I think my intention was never for them to be, like, built into the lore, because what you said is, like, the warrior guild in one town might be a different vibe than a different one.
Yeah, I was about to mention the merch thing, right? Like, if they're done right, somebody will eventually get it tattooed.
That's the dream.
Yeah, but Nick, I think that idea is great. I could definitely see that where we take, once we've got the logo figured out, because it doesn't matter if it's colored or whatever, we could easily pull those out to like black and white or whatever and have it look like really part of the parchment.
Yep.
Find one.
Yeah, Dargo, it's a special rogue technique. Spirit Punch.
Oh, that would look cool. Man, these are so much easier to read. I have not actually seen the new notes since the UI work started.
Yeah, they're not phenomenal.
So much easier to read. Oh, kick did not land. Notes are saved to journal, right? I don't think they are. That's a good point, Scruffy Bard. Are you tab targeting mobs in game? Are you able to? Yes. Darius said Wood Elf model looks so good. Right on, glad you like it. Maybe stick a notes bookmark at the bottom of the journal like a spell book has. That's also an interesting idea. Let me write both of these down. Little bookmark.
Got 3 coming.
Assisting.
Oh,
That was my bad.
may have-
That was me, I think. I think I just tabbed through instead of assisting.
So by the way, we're testing some new balance changes here today. We also agreed that the TTK was feeling a little too fast, and our initial findings was that these new changes were pretty solid, but still left a little bit of room to go. So Ali actually pushed another set of changes, and actually I think, wow, my timing is great because I think the server is actually going to be rebooting here in 30 seconds. So I think those are the new changes. Maybe not though.
Yeah,
maybe
they are.
some-
I
Okay.
thought you were talking about them because you saw the reboot.
Nope. Completely missed it until
Yeah. This one's not the HP change.
Oh, it's not?
This
Okay.
one's it's the threat changes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, sit aggro and stuff being a little too
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah, the next one should only the HP change should be only 20 minutes after that.
Oh, cool, we got time.
And you don't need to patch your clients, by the way. You can just log in again.
Are there plans to update spell effects, or will they stay the same style? They'll stay the same style, but we'll be continuing to work on them, add more in, tweak, have some spell effect progression.
Yeah, we like the particles. There might be some outliers, like for example, the kind of like moonfire style effect, but in general, yeah, more of the same.
Oh, I see what you're saying. In terms of the basic style, I was like, what, you don't like the moonfire effect? No, you're saying there will be some that look different, but the general style is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Will we have like an ice comet?
We'll have to see where we land on it. Sukin, will we have Ice Comet? You tell us.
Yeah, we should. That was a cool looking spell. I don't know if we have an actual spell that fits that, but
I mean,
we can make something that looks like that.
I think there are ways to pull off some stuff like that and have it still match the general style.
I mean, yeah, so the ice comet like is just cool because it's a big thing that comes down and like explodes. We could, I'm sure we have some spell that is a big thing like that. It doesn't have to be made of ice. We could just have some big explosion that comes from this, falls down and explodes or something. Just generally.
It'd be cool to do some cool like projectiles too, because there is a frost projectile spell, and I could see there being some other elements, projectiles like that.
Now that we'll get the arrows kind of going, I need to figure out how those work and maybe get some spells that do that with like bolts and shit.
Yeah, it's really easy. It's really easy. It's we have a folder basically where all projectiles go. Just look for arrow. That's the only one in there right now.
Do I just like is it just like another kind of particle prefab? I just make one and then I put it in the database and it fires off like that, or is there more to it?
No, it's a prefab. It can be anything, any prefab, but there's a specific script that needs to go on it. And again, if you look at arrow, you'll see that script on it. It's
okay.
You
just have the script
stuff.
to the prefab?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds easy enough.
I think the abilities still need to link up to something for that.
Yeah, abilities still do. I know. As I was saying that, I was thinking that, but I mean, it's not hard to implement.
Zukin, if you poke around at any of that, it'd be cool to take the base arrow projectile and add like basically like fire, ice, shadow, like all the different elements you can think of for arrows. Because I want to
daggers as well. throwing daggers, throwing axes.
Yo,
Okay.
yeah, a flaming, frozen throwing dagger.
Yeah, that would be a good way for me to kind of get used to how to do those. Just modify the arrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Throwing gnomes. Ooh, John.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Throwing flaming gnomes. Throwing ice gnomes.
Yes. The gnome toss will
Yeah.
be a Night Harbor national sport.
Oh, so that reminds me of something I some throwaway comment about like emotes that have props like slash pipe or slash smoke or something like that. What do you think
Slash
of
pipe.
that? Because then we could do slash punt gnome and then have one of those too.
I think it would be cool if those were persistent emotes too, like,
Server's up by then.
because you know, like how dancing in WoW is like persistent until you move. Like it'd be cool if like your pipe smoking animation was persistent and you just whip it out until you move or cancel the emote somehow.
It doesn't seem like that'd be hard to get in.
The thing I wanted to do was to create like a generic projectile that we can load generic models into. So if we wanted to like copy a gnome so that you're punting an actual gnome character, we could do that.
I'll form the party.
Explain that, Ollie?
I mean that wasn't the use case I had in mind, but it sounded funnier when no one laughed. That's sad.
I thought you were being serious.
Yeah,
was
but
like-
like for example, if you're gonna throw a spear, you don't want it to be like, even though you're holding like a specific spear, and then you throw a spear and it's a generic spear. Like you want it to be the same spear you're holding, and so having it have the ability to copy a model that we target would be very useful.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Wasn't that a thing like you could do an EQ? You could like put like rusty weapons and stuff you loot into your range and just throw that? Or am I crazy?
No, you can do that. I don't know how many times I've accidentally threw away my dagger at Marnek. Like that.
Because that would be a cool thing to add in.
By the way, when they do that, lay on hands, have you noticed that it says lesser heal?
Does it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen
Cause-
it say lay on hands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double
I
check.
thought I thought I was crazy before, but
Because they usually cast lay on hands, either it gets interrupted or well, it is successful, and then they instantly lay on hands after that because they're in the threshold to cast lay on hands. But I'll double check.
oh, is lay on hands instacast?
Yes.
That might be
Ah,
why.
okay.
Yeah.
Mark Gibson said, "Whoa, this has come a long way since it was first pitched." Indeed. Yeah, it has.
Here, I can summon a paladin real quick if we want to check that.
It's okay. I mean, it makes sense what Nick just said.
No,
I thought it was a casted ability, so I was looking for a cast spot.
I just checked it. It's correct. Yeah.
And then it goes on cooldown, right?
Yep.
Nick,
You can
you're-
you can get around it by interrupting the heal before it goes into the lay on hands threshold, and then bursting it down before the school lockout is over with. So you have 4 seconds to kill it after you've interrupted their last heal, essentially.
I think your pet wasn't on the group farm when we reformed the group. It just died, by the way.
Yeah. Killing this priest. Oh.
The one that's closer to you.
Yeah, let's kill the one that's the lower health one.
Okay. Okay, nice. I sat down now. Well into combat and didn't pull aggro.
Yeah, I sat down pretty early, but I think it was late enough that it should have been fine anyways. Expected behavior.
Yeah, he's still hitting me, but he's been mezzed for a while and I've been healing a lot, so it's probably... Yeah, see now he's not aggroing me anymore.
Nice.
Fixed.
Fixed.
What's this defender doing?
What defender?
He's not on our screen.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's weird.
Reload.
Yep.
Cool. That answers that. Nervrek said, I like the thought of a spirit bolt, ghostly bolt.
Oh, we got a named.
Have to keep it in mind when we're doing effects.
Do you mean to pacify anything?
Too late. I got
No,
2
it's
though.
all
Should
good.
be fine.
Zombie Slicer, I'm playing a fighter.
Which one are we getting? Closer one first?
Yeah, closer one, yep. You could assist me.
It's okay. Don't have enough mana to be bursting.
Yeah, I need to rebuff my pet actually for this fight. We probably should met up before fighting it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll rebuff as well. What's who's tanking mostly? Just so I know who to prickling barrier.
Water, pet, or gravel. It sort of
Yeah.
depends.
I was about to say,
I'll turn off my
bomb.
pet taunt so we can have gravel tank this one.
Yeah.
Anyone need a minor mana stone healer?
Nope, I got one still.
Just use mine. Well, I'll be fine. We're not gonna run out of mana unless we get repops.
Is that
Oh,
leather,
thank
Sean,
you.
that you're wearing?
yeah,
Rawhead.
tattered. Tattered rawhead.
Oh, we should be giving him some scraps so he can make some patched.
Oh yeah.
There's tons being tons rotting right now.
Oh man, we're actually
We've got like
That's a big
9
oversight.
scraps. Thanks, Nah.
Yeah, there's another 2 on this one, another 1 on this one. Although we've nerfed Nick has nerfed their drop rate significantly.
My commands UI element is missing.
everything in your UI.
So,
Oh, there might be a bug with redoing that right now. If you want to hold off, but
Yeah.
You have to basically reset and then relog. That's
Oh.
how.
are you trying to
Yeah.
access your macros or anything in particular
Yeah,
right now?
I wanted to make a // macro.
Yeah, you could just slash macro.
for folks that are just tuning in, we got the rest of the team. And talking, well, not the entire rest of the team, there's a bunch of us, but we got folks from the team on Discord. So Zukin's here, Ollie's here, Nick's here, First is here. Who else do we have in here? So feel free to ask them questions as well while you're in here. We're playing in Wormsbane and we are level 8.
We might get a pat soon. So we should probably wait for the pat and then pull. So feel free to keep medding.
Ollie, what's your touch of nature healing for in total now? Is it like 10 per tick? Like 60 total maybe?
It's 20, 10, 10, so 40 total.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Notable things we're looking to get in before the next test. Be some optimizations and performance improvements. The new lighting should be worked out by then. There's a bunch on just the core gameplay side that'll be feeling tighter and different. Let the rest of folks speak to anything they want to speak to.
Are we ready to take on the boss?
I think
Where
there's
the
a
battery
pat.
pops.
I think there's a nasty pat coming, but I might be wrong. We could fight him in the corner in case.
I mean, we can pull him to this room.
Oh yeah, we can just fight him in the room. All right, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, we'll have Gravel go in first.
Okay. Oh, you want? I mean, I was gonna pull him to our room. to
Oh
our,
no
Oh,
no,
okay.
because no, this is the safe room. Like the pat will come to aggro that room, but
Oh.
yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
We'll be okay. He's no bone construct.
Until he gets LOH by a pat. Oh wow, Gravel's going down hard here.
Yeah. It's okay. We weren't healing him.
Just dumping my mana bar.
He just got a big heal on him.
Yeah, he just mended.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Oh, actually, can you give me that mana stone back?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I can't ward the dead hit.
Use some tanking cooldowns. I hit Fortitude earlier.
We're okay. I'm not worried. We'll get him.
You guys gotta kill it.
What's this?
Oh. Yeah.
What happened?
Wait, did it just run in? Oh.
It's two mobs.
Yeah,
I think we gotta repop them.
just mez him. Kill the Grandmaster.
Oh,
Ollie, I need
Oh.
some heal.
I have no health, no mana.
Keep that mez. My pet's doing all crazy things. Standard gameplay.
Fearing him might
Uh-oh,
not have been the
uh-oh.
move, but
No,
that
that
worked.
was good. That was dead
Cool.
saved, I think. I'm on the knight, for what it's worth. Try to interrupt his heal.
I'm DAing.
Oh,
Where did he drop? Do we know?
we didn't check yet. I think his loot table is messed up though, so he might not have dropped anything.
Aggroed another.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Alright.
no.
I can't pull him back. I mean, there's a bug with that.
No, you can. What's wrong with playing? Oh, you mean your pet? Yeah.
I think if he's tanking, you can't pull him back, even if you spam it.
Clobbered
Alright.
him.
Alright.
Okay. I just need to heal your pet. Oh, he's broken. No, hey, never mind. He's charmed.
Everybody's broken.
Nice. Yeah, Mez and Charm do stack, I think, at this point. Oop, what was that? Oh, Mez broke. Oh, this is so much nicer. To be able to med.
Yeah, it is. The little things.
Yeah.
You did it.
Wow, nice. That
Survived,
was
no one died.
yeah, that was that felt nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got repops in the room as well. And on the side corridor.
That was disappointing. Please clarify.
Loot wise?
He has a corroded bronze axe and a hide scraps.
Alright, I'll summon one of his items just because I feel bad.
Draug and I used to move, thank you for the follows. And Draug85, thanks for that. And Draug said, hey, I'm really pumped to see this game being made. Thank you for bringing back EQ.
Oh wow, we got his super rare drop. My gosh.
Oh wow. I wonder how that happened.
Oh, nice. I was about to say, that seems like a fighter cloak. Exciting.
It seems, yeah. 7 haste too.
Oh, it's red. Oh,
What's
it looks
red?
so much better.
Oh. Ah,
Oh.
nice.
I'm gonna play so much better now. Roll need or greed. Get out of here with that bullshit. Fighter cloak.
No, that's a cleric cloak right there. I've been
Obviously druid. Obviously druid.
Faster because it's red, obviously. Obviously.
I'll pull. Vicar.
I just fixed the loot table thing, so.
I like Corvid's idea. That's a good idea, man.
Conversion of spell haste. We have that, don't we?
Yeah,
But not on this guy, because this guy's
he's a monk.
he's a monk. Yeah.
I don't think we've used it. Have we used it anywhere?
Spell haste? Yeah, I think so.
Wizards get a line of spell haste that they can cast on other people, so that's kind of the utility buff that they bring. Bards and elementalists can give you a tiny bit of spell haste, but not a lot. The elementalists.
I messed up,
Oh,
guys.
oh,
I messed up.
I just DA'd you, by the way.
Oh, nice. Thank
I'm
you.
hitting assist.
I'm killing this monk.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna AoE new root just to give us some space.
I'm rooted.
Kill this vicar.
Okay, I rooted
Still
the monk
rooted.
out of the room. Oi. Thank you for saving us.
I'm out of mana. I don't have any pet.
That's fine.
I'll
Oh,
try.
actually, no, I do. I got it.
Other
one
vicar.
Sean needs a heal. No, gravel, don't die.
Don't do it.
That is why I should not be pillar.
Well, you're keeping it interesting. Some drama. I got to burn fortitude and distracting taunt again and clobber. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oof. So nice to have an enchanter in the group.
Vashal said, "What's your favorite class to play in MMOs?" Everybody should answer. So I mained warrior in EQ originally, and the first time I played a cleric was Eridune. And after playing a cleric on Eridune, I really enjoy clerics, but the fighter and inquisitor have also grown on me. So it'll be interesting.
I'm definitely a druid main. My favorite class is dwarf.
Fighting man.
Challenge accepted.
I like a lot of stuff. Druid, warrior, elementalist. It's pretty good. Well, I guess magician from the EQ days.
What about your rogue on P99?
Oh yes. My rogue I really like on P99.
In EQ, I play necromancer and bard as well. And WoW, a paladin as well.
I don't do rogue in WoW though. I prefer warrior in WoW for DPS.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, I mained a rogue first in WoW, but I don't know. I prefer feral druid over rogue for some reason. Even though that makes no sense. I just like to be shifty.
I've mostly been a paladin guy in WoW, though, in more recent times.
You want to grab the placeholder so we don't overlap the spawn if it becomes a named.
Yeah.
So Corvid, I don't know if we'll do melody, but we'll think of something.
I had a concept for a melody that like wasn't just based around macros. Like you'd have to manually like do the songs and then you press a button to do it. We'll see if we do that, but that was one of the ideas I had. But I know that some people are anti-melody. All the auto hotkey users, clearly.
Oh, paths. Who first?
Knight.
Sorry, I switched to the... That was my fault. Let's just kill the knight.
I guess we're not interrupting that lesser heal, right?
Yeah, it's important to get the paladin, interrupt the paladin heal so they don't LOH.
Oh, interrupt. Not interrupt.
I've been trying to use my uppercut to just stun them so they lock them down for a bit. I think I missed that one.
Yeah, Rogue and Warrior both have a stun. The Warrior stun is a bit longer cooldown. They both have interrupts.
And it's felt really good, the interrupts.
Yeah, early on, it was kind of set up more like the EQ style where you had to choose between strike and interrupt, and I just separated it out because I felt it was a little bit more engaging that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good call.
Do we want, like, is it that we want to have an auto melody, or is it that we want to have songs that can be played concurrently?
That would
So that
depend.
you had
if we, I mean, if we do want to do some more like kind of aura based things, I could see that.
Mm. Yeah, something like that.
Nick, you also had some other ideas on top of that, though, for the bard.
Yeah,
like
so the bard,
flourishes?
yeah, the bard idea was to have like musical ornaments that are kind of based off of, you know, the actual musical ornamentation that you see in music, like crescendos and trills and stuff. Like so, crescendo would be like some kind of amplifier for your song. Trill would kind of like strobe the effect like more than once, and then repeat was the melody thing that I was talking about, where you would you know, play a few songs and then hit your repeat button, and then that would be the melody. You wouldn't just like macro all the different melody combinations. You'd actually have to
Cool.
kind of physically, you know, set up the melody, as opposed to like, yeah, just pressing a button or whatever.
Well, it's like modern. It's like DJing, or right. It's essentially like working a sampler,
Hmm.
right? Because you're doing your inputs and then you're saying, okay, now loop that, right? Which gives you the flexibility, just like if you are making music, where you can then quickly adjust that and just loop again, right? So it's, and instead of pre-programming the loops.
Mm-hmm.
If I understood it correctly.
Interesting way to think about it, but yeah.
Dude, I used to sit in my room
Yeah.
and make music, so such a DJ nerd.
I've been watching. Like, have you seen this new meme now that's going around TikTok and YouTube Shorts with the DJing alone in the room, like basically having a solo concert? They're so funny. I love them. The music is always so good as well.
Very
For like the
relatable.
20 seconds. Yeah, for the 20 seconds like that the TikTok runs for. I'm like, yeah.
The Days of Gravis ultrasound and impulse tracker. I had, what was it? APC 50, Kai
Two incoming,
APC 50,
incoming.
and a Tractor S4.
Sorry, that one popped as I was pulling. I'll pull next since I'll have mana. What's the defender do?
He's just a higher level fighter. That's a different tier of mob. Like, not in the sense that it's just a different level range of fighters in
Yeah.
here.
Okay, one more incoming. Incoming.
Thanks, Matrix Hunter. Dwarf needs a beard equipment slot.
Does the rogue do any extra damage? Doing like a stab from stealth, I think. A little bonus.
Yeah,
there.
from behind, yeah.
Well, not just from, obviously from behind, but also
there's-
while doing it from stealth.
There's an ambush ability that's on a cooldown. I don't know if you have it yet. I think it's at 10.
Okay. I don't even have dual wheel yet, so probably not.
But it doesn't work on requiring stealth yet, right?
It does.
Oh,
We
it
have that functionality now, and we also have
nice.
like a sap ability as well, which is restricted to certain racial types. Although I think there might be a bug with that, where it's only taking like the first one or something in the list. Remember, you added the list functionality.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I can check that. It'd be nice to get a combat wish list going again.
Yeah, that's on our list too for the I think next month or two. I need to refresh that as well from my end.
You guys killed that before I even got to it.
Yeah, the monks for some reason fall quite quick, but I guess we'll see how it feels in
The monks are
probably a
drastically
couple of
lower.
minutes now. It'll say it'll be reset.
The monks are green. They're drastically lower level.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's probably why. Oh, did we get an error there? Oh. You're so bright, first. Show Sean your nuclear phase.
I saw the screenshot. This is not my final form. Oh my god. Is that's him glowing over there, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Look at that.
Ah,
Avert your eyes.
ah. Everybody with ultra vision's just blind now.
Gotta get your eclipse glasses out.
Was that a pop tonight?
Cool.
No, he's a pat, I think.
Ah, okay. How are we getting first? Knight or priest?
I'm on the knight.
Wow, we're out of mobs.
Say that, but
Isn't Bo
Yeah, I mean,
Construct
obviously
nearby?
there's-
Should we just pull him?
We've got one with a hat here.
We've got one with a hat.
In case anyone needs a hat.
Something about the head flying up in the air when it's wearing the hat's even better. Money hat. Matrix, I don't think that's a big concern, but our goal is to always just keep it this way. You know, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I guess there could be a situation where we potentially work with some somebody external to us, but really we want to keep the project under the team's control and make the game that we want to make. So if it gets bigger, we won't need help. If it gets bigger, we'll just hire someone to be an adult. They can do the adult stuff for us. Company mommy. It would like their contract would be very specific though. You have to be the responsible adult in the room, but if you tell us what to do, we're gonna fire you. Sounds like your job you already have. I mean, you laugh, but I had a friend who, once their company hit was crossing like the 30-40 million dollar mark in terms of valuation, and it was a small company. They wound up hiring, over a period of time, they wound up hiring a couple different executives from other industries to come in. And the main thing that they were looking at was they're younger guys. Neither of them went to high school. And so they were kind of like just curious that they're running. They were like, are we running this thing right? I mean, they were able to build up a multi-million-dollar company, but it was still one of those concerns, right? And so they would hire these guys, these executives on like 1-year contracts and just learn everything they could from them. And then they'd get rid of them. And what they found was, yeah, they were already doing everything the way they needed to do for the most part. They'd learn a few things and then move on, mainly because they always wanted their company to remain core to who they were. And they didn't want to find themselves in a situation where the company's culture or approach or whatever changed, which I think that happens way too often with companies.
Hold on, I'm gonna finagle something on Discord real quick. 1 second.
Culture is huge. Culture is everything, Monty. Well, I mean, there's a product and stuff too, but I guess I should have kicked him.
Healers are low on mana, just FYI.
Oh, okay.
Placeholder.
Oh, let me give you.
And yeah, I was just gonna
manas.
say the placeholder might be up. I looked around, who's there? But it's a placeholder, so we can get them whenever. Is Druid Puller still like in style in P99?
Outdoors?
Pretty much. Yeah, mainly outdoors. Basically all I used to do for groups. That's a higher level druid, that's all you could do.
There's some crazy stuff you can do with Druid.
Charm animal, but
Because I think if you like ensnare a mob on P99, it doesn't go home. So you can like
Yeah.
do some crazy like plane of fear soloing tactics and.
Oh.
Grix, this is the only one that we have in so far. Oh, Zukin caught it.
Someone doesn't know how druids work. I mean, I'm a rusty druid. The last time I played, I played EQ more recently, but I played an enchanter. The last time I played druid was in Lucklin, like up to Lucklin.
Still bummed EQ never gave you the opportunity to replace kick with a headbutt.
And then I played them again in P99, but I didn't make it to top level. I was, oops, I'm alone. Am I? No. Yeah, I played in P99 blue. Make it quite to 60.
Do you need to buy a pledge to play the alpha at the moment? No, we don't do that. We have open playtests. We can't give you a good answer on when the next one will be, but we'd love to have one. So it's just as soon as we feel comfortable that things have been cleaned up and we've gotten the things in that we want to get in. But when we have it, then you'll just be able to log in and play. If you want more info with regards to timing and all of that stuff, if you get a tattoo, that is not considered a pledge, but it would be cool to see. We can't tell you to get a tattoo. We don't recommend you get tattoos, but
If you want to play the game right now, you have to join the team, and then you give a blood pledge when you join the team.
These patrols like scare me every time.
sorry, I'm not helping. I'm trying to remember what the early access is. It what the hell did I name it? The command was FAQ. I think it's FAQ. Yeah, there you go. What do you get if you sacrifice a finger? It's so tempting. It's so tempting. Send me a picture of your pinky. Left pinky, send me a picture.
We're not condoning you cutting off any limbs, just
Yeah, don't send me
leaving
your-
that disclaimer.
Picture. Picture. This is not medical advice. This is not... We are not medical professionals.
I think we need a doctor on the team. We got a lawyer. We need a doctor now.
Yeah. Shadow Soldier. Thank you for the follow. Dr. Dukin sounds perfect. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I guess I'm main heal now.
Honorary.
He first is back.
I totally didn't even see where Grix said I can send you a finger. Good call, Nick. Cut that one off before we could get in trouble.
We also don't condone cutting off anyone else's limbs.
That didn't sound sketchy at all. Believe me, there are ways, dude. Hell, I can get you a pinky by 3 o'clock this afternoon with nail polish. Yeah, just send us your address.
I think somebody opened mic, Ali.
Hello?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, sorry. We heard like a wind tunnel a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, my interface died for a second there. Yeah, we've got 3 up in the room. Try to pull only 2. It's fine that we can do that, right? Or should I just social aggro?
It's fine. This is actually the room where I was like, we need to not chain the social aggro.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's intentional.
Lucky then. When we let me yeah, I was gonna say let me reboot that because I got rooted.
I'll dispel you.
Nice. That's an expensive dispel.
Yeah, it really is. Well, hey, when I'm like level 30, it's gonna be amazing.
Saw your mana get chunked.
Yeah, it was probably not worth, but I just wanted to be cool, you know?
Thank you, Bullrog. We appreciate your enthusiasm. He's so stunned. Stunning.
Well, thank you. I am stunning.
The eyes still feel like they look different. Is that part of the lighting thing, or?
Yeah. They're not like the center of the sun in the middle anymore. We can make them brighter, but we have like more resolution of eyes to work with.
Yeah.
Now.
It's just at a distance. It was a little bit harder to notice the colors, and they felt more. They look a little more like objects than they did before.
Yeah, we can turn up. A lot of this lighting is. By the way, as well, if these lights are too bright, we don't see them as bright. So I guess let's adjust the dungeon lighting first, and then adjust the NPCs to suit.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's definitely a first pass only. You know what? I'll med because I'm not at high enough mana. Nothing is up. Oh, I did actually put something. Didn't even notice. Light is a crutch.
Where are we? We are in Wormsbane. Tomb of the Last Wormsbane.
John said, "Pro pillar gets mobs even when there are none." Absolutely.
What are we camping? We're camping a ghostly monk. And what does he drop? He drops a he drops a wonderful fighter cloak that is only for fighters. So if another one drops, it's mine as well.
You can equip 2 of them. Double the haste.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your back cloak and you got your front cloak. Gotta cover both sides.
Don't forget his foot cloak. And
Yeah.
neck cloak.
Crotch cloak.
I mean, dwarves get an extra cloak slot to cover their beard, right?
Can you wear a cloak on your cloak?
Probably. Why not? If you pledge enough, you could probably do it.
You can sew them together. It winds up just it looks like a badass
Like a
wedding
poncho?
cloak. It's just dragging behind me for.
Haste poncho.
By the way, Nick, if you need a weapon for your pet, there's a big one on that last mob that we killed.
I don't know if it's better to give them like offhand weapons, dual wield.
It should be the same, more or less. It's they have very similar formulas to players, so
Dorgon, yes, there will be an option to hide the backpack.
Yeah, I think we talked about backpack, anything that you can put on your belt slots, and also, yeah, your helmet and cloak.
By the way, check it out. Spell casting resolves are back. Forgot how much I
nice.
missed them. Yeah, I really missed them.
Gotta the other rooms repopping, the main room.
Yeah, nice. Actually, let me med.
What
What's
is the
the
logic
threshold?
of putting an A in front of the mob's name? It's grammar, son. Grammar.
What's the threshold for paladins to use their heal?
Looks like
Instant heal.
20%. Looks 20%.
Okay. It's like at any point, so if we like stun them around that time and then they're down to like 10 or 5, they won't use it then, or?
No, they'll use it anytime before they die, but if you interrupt their casting, like their lesser heal, then the spell school will get locked out. So they can't cast it. So if you interrupt
Gotcha.
the one, around 40-30%.
Sneaky.
And then if we don't kill it in time, then follow it up with a stun. We're good.
I've been starting with a stun because you were saying that they would do the lesser heal and then followed up with a lay on hands. So I was just trying to block them entirely.
If you follow
Yeah.
up, you should lead. You should lead with the interrupt, I think, because if you interrupt with the stun, then you don't get the lockout, maybe, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Makes sense.
And then if the mob isn't gonna die before the 4-second lockout, then you should overlap the stun on the end, so it doesn't get a chance because it's instant cast. So you don't want them to get out of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about the school lockout.
That question's come up a couple times about will pets be able to equip armor like EQ, and if so, is it possible we can get a pet equipment window so we can see what they have?
I was talking about that on Slack today. It would be nice to get that like inventory management for pets already, especially since like we need it for pack animals and
Yeah, I was
stuff.
about to say. Seems like
Would
a
we
lot of
just-
that logic could carry over.
Would we just tab that on the current inventory? Because we have those tabs. We could have a pet tab or something. Or
Yeah, but I mean, especially that you can have more than one pet. So, but I mean, we could keep adding tabs, I guess.
Or that could be something within the tab, like we account for it within the pet window. It's designed to,
Yeah.
right? So it's not a separate window. It's a facet of that window.
oh, I see what you're saying. Like kind of miniaturized version.
Like
of the
like layers, yeah. Because it probably won't. We don't necessarily need to provide the full thing, but. Oops, I should be. There we go. Kicking.
The only thing that would be bad with that is if you wanted to like manage your pet's inventory in the heat of combat while also using your pet window. But what it could do is maybe there's like a pet inventory button or like little bag or some, little icon that you could click on the pet window, and then maybe it brings up your character window with the pet inventory like tab already opened or something. I don't know.
Or like a simplified version as well, like the sort of quick window.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. Have to think that one.
Oh, first is back. Hey, first.
Pet bandolier. We'll call it a pandolier. There we go. What's up, Swanee?
You probably don't want to do a tab on an inventory because you might want to transfer stuff between your main inventory and the pet.
Oh, a named is up.
Fair point. First.
Can you reload targets, Nick, if you change the loot?
I don't think it worked.
It for sure works.
I thought I changed it, but maybe I didn't.
I'll reload it.
Yeah, his loot's changing, but he doesn't have special drop anymore.
Oh, does he not?
No, I mean his loot's changing when I reload him, but he's not coming up with a special drop.
Just keep reloading him until he has loot.
Oh, I like
got a
that
leather.
look.
Yeah, he has it. He has it now.
That's a good one.
Look at my thighs, man. I got some. Look at those quads. Dwarf is not screwing around.
Our dwarf is great, man.
Ali, that's a real good one for you. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I guess I kind of just did. But
I mean, I saw the hit. I just didn't know what it was. So
Yeah, that's a good one. It's pretty rare to get that, actually.
just fight him in a room.
okay, let's go. Hopefully we don't get 2 healers on him again. And then 3 pops. He's not opaque.
Yeah, we gotta fix the shader a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Dargath, it's oh, we have a repop. Is he down?
Yeah.
Okay, no,
Yeah,
he's
no.
down. Nice.
Loot up, man.
He's down. I dinged.
Nice,
Oh, great.
congrats.
Zukin's just the laggard now.
Nice.
Link the loot.
I mean, you can see what I looted. Very nice.
Someone train him so he D-levels. Dargith. You're being mean today. Oh
do it,
shit!
Sean.
R.I.P.
Hmm?
Oh.
What happened?
I jumped in the crypt. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh my god, I was not expecting that for some reason.
what happened?
He wasn't expecting you to just fall forever.
Trap door.
Does it throw you into the void?
Yeah, watch. I just went somersaulting into the abyss.
What? It didn't used to do that. Like, there's a place. I mean, there's a place it goes. How is that?
Well, it used to take you to the deep, right? But is that like
Is it
disabled?
not-
or just
I don't know
No.
what you're talking about. It doesn't do that. Never did that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Shall we go back to our camp?
sure.
That spawns on camp.
I mean, one of them is a patrol. But... Roots on Sean.
Yeah, it's done.
Not having a good day.
Just killed a knight. Nuke him.
No, we have pops on the left as well. After this. That's a big sword.
That's funny, Zuki.
Ollie, you're gonna have to go out and do something with that leather BP you got.
Yeah, it's after we're done. Do I need other components for the handle, or is it just the token?
Yeah, you
No,
need
you
other
need-
components, and you have to get them legit.
Need to find out what the other components are then.
Yep.
Use the mining thing, right? The malachite.
I don't know what you're talking about. You have to speak with the East Him freebooters. I don't know any of that information.
Oh, is what? Did we move the
just-
quest?
You just spoiled them.
I heard a rumor that the East Him freebooters are looking for some relics. I don't know. I don't know any
Nice.
information about the quest though.
It's okay. Anything we spoil at this stage, we can just go back and completely randomize. People get excited. They'll be coming in during the playtest. I know where shit is. Absolutely not. This entire stream that we've been running for 3 years is a psyop.
Yeah.
We're actually making an FPS.
Futuristic FPS. Nick spoiled it long ago.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game?
Planet side.
Yeah, but nobody makes an MMO as the first game, right? So
Yeah,
not an MMO.
that's insane.
Obviously. This is obviously a roguelike. Let me see if I can single pull this. Oh, ding 10.
I feel like you're ahead somehow.
Oh, this character was legit, so I think I started with more XP, but
Oh, okay. That explains it.
it's no longer legit because I summoned some food earlier today.
Cheater.
Wait, druids can summon food and drink, don't they?
Yeah, but I don't have that spell. Saving some money.
Resource extraction. Argov? I don't know what that genre is. Like a intense harvesting game?
Pirate Eye, wait until I turn the filter off.
We're actually all already in
21.
yeah, we're all in a hot tub right now.
By the
I
way,
know.
technically, the last named was supposed to drop 2 items when that item drops, so I'm gonna award Sean another item that should have dropped.
Oh, I love the sound of
Congrats.
that. Thank you. Perfect. I have an
Yeah.
earring now.
Oh, look at that streamer privilege.
Oh, so well. What? Well earned.
Yeah, why didn't he drop that? It was on his loot table.
I don't know.
It was in his inventory.
I'm so jealous of that dwarf barrel wall. It's so good.
Can you link that earring?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Oh, placeholders up.
Clearly a fighter earring.
Nice. Clearly a druid earring with that 5 SV fire.
You've got spells for that.
For when I target myself with moonfire by mistake.
Well, that's what your resist is for. Oh, at some point I randomly clicked on this window that wasn't locked. Fuck. I'm talking about well earned. Meanwhile, I'm totally not even anywhere near the group. Auto attack's been off most of the night.
Wait. Rawhide scraps? Is that the right drop?
Yeah.
I thought it was hide scraps now.
Was it? No, it's rawhide scraps. Unless I'm mistaken.
No, that's correct. It's supposed to be rawhide scraps.
Corvid, part of it's... So, yes, probably. Part of it's also likely related to my ridiculously low resolution.
We have UI scale.
When was the last time I
Nick.
actually played with that?
Nick,
Oh,
you're
I
up
would
on
not
Twitter.
do that.
Or Zuko.
No, it'll break stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, server coming down. Server coming down. 5 seconds.
Alright. Yeah, I'm curious to see the new value changes before bed.
Yeah, same. It is midnight.
Shadow Soldier, did I thank you for the follow? If you're still out there and I didn't, consider it done.
Yeah, this is the things we get excited about is tweak a couple numbers, and we're like, yeah, let's go check it out.
+1 HP is what we're excited about.
But I mean, overall, it's been a really nice session. It's feeling good. So now, will it feel gooder?
Yeah, it should, hopefully. Unless it feels too good, then we need to scale it back. Make it less good, please.
Are you guys not getting kicked back to the character selector or server select or whatever?
Oh, so it's because we are on the GM client. I don't know if you are, but I'm on the GM client, so I have to Alt F4 and then start it up again.
Yeah, but it used to do that just fine.
No, if I'm in the regular client, it's fine. Like, it will take me back to server select. Oh, but the timeout is a bit long. Probably what you saw Sean doing was waiting for the timeout. I didn't hit yet.
Then I Alt F forward.
Yeah. We have to fine-tune this stuff.
Thanks, Nervect. We're not done. We're not done. Don't. Well, I mean, you can leave if you want, especially if you've been here for hours. I mean, come on. What are you doing with your life? Get your shit together. But if you do stick around, then we're gonna play for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go to bed. We're just bouncing the server so that we can check some new values. Don't you dare leave, dude. This is why Sean's our PR department. Huh? Phrasing. Yeah, dude, I went to bed at like, when did I get to bed the other night? 1:15, and then Jasmine's like up at 5:30. Oh, that was rough. It's okay.
My daughter is my Jasmine. She wakes me up. She'll wake me up at 5:30, 6 a.m. Hey, I'm bored. Come play with me.
I'm always teased by the fact that we can't turn the spit handle on that hand.
Yeah, right?
The zone's up. The zone should be up, by the way.
I'm sorry, Swanee. At least Jasmine brings me coffee. Does it still have text on the meat and handle? Is that an innuendo?
No, it has it has unit size on it. Oh.
It was a bad joke I shouldn't have made.
So it can't be worse than my joke earlier.
Well, mine was inappropriate, Ollie. Yours was just...
But inappropriate jokes are wonderful. They're the best kind.
I still got to post the VOD from last week, so I've got... After this, I'll have 4 VODs to post, because I'm a slacker. And I remember that one of the VODs has to be called E10 Meat and Memories. Hey, Justin Beard, welcome back.
Hey, look at who's up.
Yep, he's got his loot properly now.
Is it too good?
It's something you've always wanted, Ollie.
No, I mean, is the new HP value too good?
Oh. Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, as soon as we get. Well, Ollie, why don't you pull, and we'll find out.
We don't have enough mana for pulls. For my pulls.
I didn't stop you earlier.
Yeah, but you know the earlier one we weren't on stream, so you know.
Yeah, you guys missed it. Ollie yelled Leroy and charged in the room when we had 20% mana.
I was AFK, and then I came back and I saw that only the boss was up, and I was like, yeah, before the respawns.
He was excited for his pizza that didn't
Yeah.
have pineapple on it.
Yeah. The place I got it from today is too posh for that, unfortunately.
It had spicy honey though.
Spicy honey. What
Ricotta
else?
on pizza with spicy honey. That sounded great.
Oh, that
Yeah,
does
it's
sound
a
good.
ricotta stuffed crust, pepperoni, and hot honey. So good.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm gonna start trying to clear this room.
Let me know if you need a pacifier or something.
Oops. Probably could have used one there.
Found this priest
monks.
here.
The monks are green.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, no, that's correct. Oh, he broke. The charm broke. Oh well.
What con was that priest? Blue as well?
Please,
I-
the police should be.
I think this is feeling a lot better in general. It might be on the little higher side compared to what we're used to, but I think it's probably fine. We just gotta monitor that higher levels aren't,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I have something I can do about that. If the higher levels starts becoming too beefy, I can do the same thing I just did for these lower level ones.
We could always do a later NA evening playtest to see like what level 20 feels like, for instance, or stuff like that.
I don't know. I feel like I forgot the con that. Was that blue as well? Like we melted both priests.
I've been chain nuking, so that might be a factor, but it was probably a
yeah.
level 6.
And I'm nuking too, so
Okay.
it's two people nuking.
It just
I can't single pull this one, so I don't know if you wanna pacify.
You can't pacify the named.
You can pull the name. Incoming.
I blew my whole mana bar into this guy, by the way.
okay. I was wondering. I was like, well, getting aggro is not.
Yeah, and I think Pet's taunt is on.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. I mean, okay. Just changes who we heal, and
Yeah, but if we maintain the ability for the pet to be the main tank the whole time, then
Yeah. I mean, it's okay for this build. Congrats, Zukin. You got the leftover earring.
It's not lore. We could.
I have 2 ears.
No, it's lower. You can't have a second one.
It's technically, I think that tag is incorrect. You can loot a second one, but it's unique equip, I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah, uniques you can only loot one. Lores you can only equip one.
Yeah. So lore is unique equip.
I'm gonna have to head out here.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll stay a few
since-
more.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, since the loot got messed up, we're gonna award Sean another item from the.
Now it actually does feel like you're just giving me items.
Dreamer for
Is bribing you.
I'm not saying that I won't
don't-
take it.
Don't melt this guy. Let's fight him without burning a lot of money.
So he's blue.
He's level 7 though, and we're level 10 now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, these guys were really just... The monks were...
The vicar is 9.
I mean, he's visibly dying slower.
Yeah.
And he has about 40 HP more than he had before the patch. My balancing check on this now would be if you go in with 2 or 3 players, and if it's still feeling okay. If it's still feeling easy, then we can maybe boost it a little bit more. But if it's feeling easy, then it's an issue. We also have an enchanter, which is who actually knows what he's doing. So.
Yeah. No, in earlier it was feeling good. It just the first ones when we came back in felt a little. For some reason, I thought they felt a little faster than previous, but I think it was just it's
I think
perception.
monks.
That was
I think
picky.
monks as well. I think the main thing is the fount of mana is pretty strong. It's allowing us to nuke probably quite a bit.
It's 1 mana regen per tick. It's not that much.
Maybe
I think
med is
haste,
too strong.
haste, rogue, elementalist pet with haste, and yeah.
I mean, I have upgraded all of my armor. I have a cool earring. I've got a nice cloak. So that's probably it.
Did you show the item that I gave you?
I didn't link it. I did. No, wait. Oh, no. Where'd it go?
you
Where'd
didn't
my
click.
bag? There it is. Ancient Idol. Five AC. Strength, stamina, agility, hit points. And range slot.
That's a nice item there.
And it does have a wonderful icon. Yeah, Corbett, I missed it as well when I looked at it.
I mean, I think it's feeling pretty good, honestly, and it's only gonna go up from here. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good to just. Yeah, my opinion is it's good to leave for now for a while and just see how it feels over time.
Yeah.
See Slack, Nick. General chat.
I'd like to see me trying a different class for damage, but yeah, that makes sense. I think haste and weapons on the pet definitely helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I'd like to see what the melee classes look like when they pick up their weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we had time, we could move to Darius, but it's pretty late. Next time.
I could also
Get
make.
Z-
Sorry, what?
Not saying we could get Zukin his daggers.
Oh right, yeah. He's level 10, so he can dual wield.
But can he already dual wield, or does he need to? Oh,
Not yet. I got a shield right now because I can't put anything else in there.
yeah. I think you need to train it at the.
Well, I still need 2 more levels, don't I? Before I can do that.
I don't know. I can check.
Because this is a GM character. I said all skills, so I would have learned dual wield.
Oh, but you did that before level 10, right?
Yeah.
I'm checking. I just.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
found
if it was
the
like
platform.
something I could learn before level 10, I would have had it already.
Yeah, level 10. You get it at level 10. If you went back now to your trainer, you could pick it up.
Oh, I'm only level 8 though.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
And yeah, that's what I mean.
Placeholders up. Putting it. This guy's green though.
Would you wanna? I guess. Do you want to clear over to some higher level mobs real quick? It's really close.
Yeah, I don't
We
mind.
could try, we could try breaking like a little bit higher level room real quick or something.
Yeah, because like first is gone, and I haven't been healing, and we've been fine. I forgot I needed to heal.
Yeah, we need to wipe at least once before we, call it, right? Like, we didn't even wipe once today.
It's bad.
We have
Luckily.
wiped, but before
Not-
Sean came.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't wiped since I've been streaming. Everybody's gonna think
Yeah.
the game's too easy.
Yeah, we gotta go wipe, so let's do that. Yeah.
All right, let's go wipe. Totally
It's
unintended
just-
though.
Sean is too good. Like when he's here, it's you
Right?
can't die. Yeah.
You can sneak by these if you hug the wall.
They're also pretty low levels, so they're.
They'll
Aggro,
always
just
aggro
go.
you. They'll always aggro you.
They weren't aggroing me earlier when I was trying to pull them. It's like moving closer and closer.
It's
Let
because they
me-
were facing away from me, I think.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Might be helpful to magic break these before you mez them. I don't know. I'm not sure.
And they're rooted as well.
I should probably start dumping my mana into this one, honestly.
Well, this one hits hard.
No, he's yellow.
Oh, we got a knight coming.
Oh, that's fun.
I broke his elements, so that should help with the mezzing it.
Oh. Looks like we're gonna get our wipe wish.
We had first.
Yeah.
Solid,
If we had a healer
Actually-
that knew what he was doing.
especially because he could slow too. Well, I guess technically, I think Enchanter. I don't know. Enchanter has a slow. I think. Not as
Okay,
good.
we survived, but by the seat of our pants.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
Sims,
hold on.
Paladin. Oh, no, you said Paladin. I'm playing a fighter. Oh,
And look at that upgrade. Weapon upgrade.
Oh. Should be better than the tarnished one.
It's in the back one, Sean. Wow, you're getting all the loot today.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah. The one that's streaming is getting all the gear.
coincidence. Later, Swanee. Thank you, sir. Oh, Trey.
Enjoy.
The skeletal knight's not healing us. Wonder why that is. Oh, because we're not below a certain threshold. I think that might be it. Let me try. Maybe not. Just doesn't heal us.
Knight at the end of the hall.
Incoming.
This one's only a white con. I'm debuffing that one for you. If you want to recharm it.
Yeah, Dargoth, it's
Agreed.
yeah.
Want to try pacifying one of these, John?
What's that, Nerfract? I missed your message. Oh, scrolling text. Yeah, we can have as many chat windows as we want with different filters. So, you know, set up yours however makes sense to you. I like to have one chat window with everything going to it, and click my spells, click my sit and stand, and have a sandwich in my other hand. That's how I play. Check if the spell is enabled or disabled. Oh. Did it break? Oh yeah, it did break.
Is
This one's
Zukin
yellow.
Is Zukin here still? Yeah. He's,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
always
here.
stealth.
There's a defender here. What's going on with that guy?
Oh, this champion's
he's,
actually hard, by the way. This might be what kills us.
The defender is pacified.
Okay.
Oh, I landed a nuke on him. Not bad.
This guy's not doing shit. Wait.
He's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
He's only one. He's yellow to me.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. He's only 12. I think that's...
Nah, defender time.
I lost my pet, though.
Ouch, this one hurts.
Got a sword, right? Or does he
Eh.
not?
I think so. Or maybe not.
Are the skeletons doing a funny animation since the restart?
The little, like, crouch thing that they do.
Yeah.
Oops.
And I'm seeing it, but I don't know if it's from the restart.
I'm not seeing him do any animations now.
Yeah, he's not doing it.
Reload.
They're all acting normal for me, so it might be a client side thing. There was one that was charmed, that we killed. It broke charm and we killed it. It was doing that weird crouch thing.
By the way, two of us, I reloaded and then I'm stuck reloading.
Huh.
What is this?
I'm gonna restart my client.
Seeing a server
Okay.
error now.
Yeah, this is the enter world error. It's Nick's slightly bugged.
What's incense.
Yeah, I did see this. I was like, what is that? I think the pixel is the texture needs a bit of adjustment. But the alpha has a bit of color.
Can you get an imminent poster? You'll pay whatever we want. If not, you can make one yourself. That would definitely be the cheaper option.
I think my character's out of commission because I'm stuck at a load screen.
It's not your character. It's the zone.
You got another defender.
We need to get to a safe area, and then we can reload the zone, and then you can log in probably. Or if you wait 2 minutes, you should be able to get in.
I can wait.
You know, they die a lot slower without broken elementalist. Is he hitting me from range, or does he have range? Yeah, he looks like he has a range attack. You just try to log in again?
No.
Irish Drive, this is correct. You should see my thighs.
Come back here, this corner. I'll repop the zone. Reload the zone. Oh, are you in?
Yeah, I got in.
Okay, nice. Okay, we don't need to anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Might be about that time pretty soon. We gotta get that wipe going pretty fast.
Well, what's her faces up, Fiona?
We could do
Come on.
Fiona. Try that real quick.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Alright, let's clear these scrubs out first. Oh wait, what happened to Ollie? Are you still here?
I'm still here, but I don't have any mana.
Oh.
Hmm?
You're
Just-
right out on my party frame.
No.
I see him.
Yes.
Pat behind us. Yeah, there's something been a little bit wonky about like logging in and then you don't see people around you.
Let me kick the zone really quick. I think that'll.
Oh shit. Night. Shake it.
So after you kill this, I'll just reload the zone, and then we should be good to go. And fixing that error will get this sorted. Reloading. Are we all stuck now?
That might be possible.
Sean looks like he's in.
I'm in.
Yeah, let me kick my client.
I just restarted and I got in fine.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. Oh. What? I hit enter world and then somehow ended up in plane of meat. Might have fat fingered it though.
Oh man, I missed that.
Yeah, my character's stuck.
Did something in the latest builds Start causing
No, it's not a new issue. I've seen it before, a few times. Not the last 2 times we played, but the time before that I saw it. Rebooting the zone would definitely fix it, but
All right, I'm doing it.
no, like reboot, not reload.
Uh,
On the server.
well,
Yeah, I mean just the zones, not the whole server, but yeah. Bard had stun. I think Bard did our bards ever have stun?
not that I remember.
We had Mez. We have Mez.
An interrupt, maybe? There was an interrupt.
I think we had like a level 7 or 11 Mez. Yeah, should in another 20 seconds I should be able to log in.
Hey Lich, what's going on?
I'll check it out, Corvid. I don't recall, but
It was an interrupt.
screaming vocalization.
Another late stream? Yeah, this one's running a bit late, but it's been so enjoyable that it's worth it.
Yeah, it was an interrupt.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I hear you, Nick.
Yeah.
I mean, Bard is the class that'll probably get the most rework at this point.
It got removed because it was too strong. That's why I removed it. It was on a 6. So the shouts are on a 6-second cooldown, and it was basically a nuke and interrupt on 6-second CD. That's why it got removed.
I mean, Bards should be capable of pulling, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just, the kit is just not, like... The kit is not done.
I could see. I mean, even if you put an interrupt on 6-second CD, it'd be pretty strong. But it was
interrupt on
the nuke.
Yeah. I mean, the interrupt in 6-second CD is definitely strong because that locks down any caster, basically.
And I figured that, I mean, yeah, there could be another source of interrupt or something that bards can do that might be a little bit better. But plus, you know, there's other classes that provide interrupt as well. Creates a little bit of diversity, but bards have shouts which are really good at, you know, it's an instant cast nuke, so I mean that's really good at just if you want to quickly pull something. And then they also have other things that make them good at pulling, obviously. But yeah, I thought that was a little too strong to have a nuke and interrupt on 6-second CD.
Corbett, is it that you were using it to generate aggro from far away, or was there another mechanic that you were using? Because the thing that was Skeletal Knight broke. The thing that was stagger the mobs. So I don't think it was supposed to have a stun on it. The interrupt is a spell casting interrupt. So, you know, it's a spell cast interrupt plus a small lockout. I would imagine you can do the same with a mez, like just micro mez them as they run. I don't know, but I mean, like I said, the kit is like it's getting a full rework, full like rethink, more or less. If it was doing a stun, it was probably as a workaround, because interrupts we didn't used to have interrupts. So stun, we used to use stun as a stand-in.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. I think I had swapped it to an interrupt at some point, and then then I removed the interrupt.
Yeah. Yeah, initially we didn't have the ability to do interrupts, so we'd use like micro stuns in order to.
We got two yellows here. Oh, actually, white and yellow.
I mean, we can basically pull both and mez one. Go on the left one first.
Oh, there's one behind us.
Oh.
Totally snuck up.
I think wasn't this the charm pet?
No,
it's patrolling.
It's a pet.
Oh yeah. It's a lower level one too.
I'm suddenly overburdened with weight. Was anybody have a strength buff that wore off?
I think something weird happened where we reloaded the zone and then our weight got multiplied, or I don't know what happened. I also
do a slash reload. Yeah, do slash reload.
Okay, that fixed it. That was weird.
Alright, so we need a passy here, or placate.
We can mez one, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, you can placate from around the corner, so you don't have to. It's just more efficient. I don't know. You can do whatever you want.
I didn't know you could placate around the corner. That changes things.
Well, I think the logical way we should try to do this is maybe grab a charm pet from around the corner over here.
I mean, Fiona's not up, so this is not certain death.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we could even break this. But...
I think maybe if we root the left one, the right one won't come. Until the root breaks.
Let's see if you can charm this. You're gonna have to magic break it first. Let's have Sean pull the mob though. Provoke it over here. Around the corner here. Okay. I might die. Okay, let's try, like, I guess placating some of these. See if we could get a single and kill it real quick. You could technically only placate one, so maybe try hitting the middle guy. Oh, we got two. Try to mess one. I might be dead.
Yeah, you got chunked. Mez worked though. Clutch.
You can let my pet die, I can resummon it. We need that other we need the shaman. This might actually be doable.
Hmm.
Fiona though would be really
Yeah.
rough.
I'm 2 casts away from being home.
I think these also LOH, so try to interrupt this next heal.
Nope. Sorry.
Almost.
Sorry, Sean.
Oh no, it's good.
Nope. Back to full health.
Oh no.
I missed my jab.
Remez.
Well, we achieved death.
Yes, we did. Yes, sir.
Mission accomplished.
I'm completely. Other than this nature's touch. Ah, you cheater.
You might want to put Immortal on, so we. Alright, let's get. Yeah, we could just kill these off so Sean could get his body.
Yeah,
Oh,
fail.
that was fun.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Didn't
okay.
realize you were already here.
Nope. It didn't interrupt me at all.
Yeah,
That
close
was
one.
that was
We
pretty
almost got
sick
it.
though. Yeah,
It's nice.
proud of you guys.
We almost got her. I don't know what we would have done afterwards, but we almost got her.
Oh, group picture in front of the throne that we / killed the moms of.
Is anyone taking pictures?
I took a picture, yeah.
That's okay. Would be funny if we're just all standing here and no one's
We're
taking
just-
pictures.
We've got the VOD. We can always go back. Cool. All right. It's almost midnight. It's late for you, Ollie. Almost 1.
Yeah. Early work tomorrow as well.
So. Oh no. Oh no.
Save me, it's a dragon.
Not a bad size for a small dragon.
Yeah, I mean, size is completely customizable.
Well, what I'm saying is, like in a room like this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Baby dragons.
Okay, good
Cool.
night, everyone.
Good night,
Yep.
Ollie.
Good night. Thanks
Yeah.
for the group.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Thanks for streaming, and thanks to everybody in this stream.
Absolutely. Thank you, Corvid. See you, Nerveract. Later, Matrix. Imperish, see you. Night again, Nick. Later, Chango Mutney, Chaklar, Nicodemus. Sorry I wasn't as responsive as could be. I was engrossed in gaming. DDXDD, thank you for the follow 30 minutes ago. I completely missed it. I'm sure I was probably just trying not to die. See you, Lich. Right on, John. Feldane, you're welcome. Thadvik, see you. Yeah, I'll see everybody. It's, what is it? It's Wednesday, right? So I'll see everybody Monday. Monday night, unless something weird pops up. Jump in, see you. Thank you. 00, good night. Tholan, you're welcome. Dragon, see you, buddy. See you, Goblin. Later, Darius. McGranaman, good night. Cool. Alright, let me hit the camp button. And that's going to be it. I'll see everybody on Monday, same time as usual. I'm going to try to be consistent with the Monday and Wednesday streams now. And everybody have a great weekend. Let me know how it goes when I see you then. Bye-bye.